This morning I learned about a new program that's coming out that helps you build websites. The focus on it is not so much that you know how to code a website or know HTML or CSS or anything like that, but the idea is for you to just build the website as simply and as easily as possible. Now, this has been released by Adobe. It's called Adobe Muse. However, they may be changing the name. The program is still in beta, so you can download it, and I will be providing the link for you for that. Muse does run inside of Adobe Air, so you have to download Adobe Air first. Both of the downloads are free, and I will give you a link to both of the download points. Now, Muse, when you open it up, it's blank. It's very simple. When you go to File, New Site, you can see right at the beginning you can set your page parameters: height, width, minimum height, columns, how many you want to have. Very simple. It's basically set the numbers and click OK, and it's going to generate what you ask for. And it kind of lays it out in a bulletin board setup. So you have one page here. You can add a second page. You can keep adding and adding pages. You can build off of a slide or a slide master that you've already created. You can create sub pages and how they're linked to one another. It's a very simple way to generate pages. Obviously there's nothing on them. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this page here. Double click on it. Nope. Yep, there we go. I've only worked with this for maybe 15 minutes, so it's still a little funny to me, but I'm getting there. Right from the get-go, you have just your blank page. It looks like a Word document at first glance. At the right side you have your toolbar, your color fills. You can do, if color fill, you can do texts. You can add in additional things. I'm assuming this box will be used when they get it out of beta. One of the things I've noticed about it that I find most interesting is down here, the widget library. As of right now, there's only 4 different categories: compositions, menus, panels, and slideshow. I'm going to show you a menu. Let's take a bar menu. I'm going to drag it over here and drop it. And when I do that, it's going to take the pages I've already made back on the planning board. It takes those pages and it gives you a link to them. So if I was to go into preview mode, I could click on them and it would jump to each of the pages. Obviously I don't have the bar on the home page, so that's why it disappeared when I went there. Now, let's delete that. I'm going to show you, let's see, a panel. Let's go with the tabbed panel. Drag it over here. This is also a very nice thing to have. You can set up each tab to show something different. So I click on tab 1 and go into the box. I can go up here and add text. This is tab 1. I can go to tab 2. This is tab 2, and tab 3. Hello. So I go to preview, tab 1, click on tab 2, click on tab 3. This is what your web page would look like. You can have dynamic content up there changing without having to change the page. Now, another feature I've noticed about it is you can click on the tab, and on most things on Air you're going to get this little blue play button. If you click on that, it's going to give you some options for whatever elements you've clicked on. So for this one, I can go to Event and change it to Rollover. Now when I go back to Preview, when I go from tab to tab, it automatically changes at the bottom. So you can set it up a couple different ways. Now along with, let's see, there we go. Along with that, you can set up a slideshow. You can do your basic, you can do your thumbnail, you can box slideshow. It's fairly simple. You just add in pictures. You can click on this. You can add in transitions, add images through here. Pretty much it's a very straightforward, simple to work with program for designing a web page, especially for people who don't have any coding experience. I have very limited experience building websites, but this seems fairly straightforward to me. Now, one of the other things it works with, it's got some basics that most other website building programs have. You can anchor, you can add effects. One thing I see up here that I did not see in anything else, but I might not have noticed at the time, is you can round off the corners of your website with this. I've never seen that feature before without manually having to do it. Once again, it can display all your pages up here at the top so you can quickly jump between them when you're working on them. As I said, I've only worked with this for maybe 10-15 minutes before making this video, so it's still all new to me, but it's very straightforward. As I said, this program is still in beta, and I only found out about it this morning, so it's very new. So I would encourage everyone, if they're interested in building websites, download Muse and play with it, see if you can learn anything about how to use it, and if you find anything out about it that you find interesting, please let me know.